NDC'S. What to do, man? NDC'S. I'm wonderful. You Canadian, Granada. Akwaba. Akwaba. Jërry Jøhn Räwlïngs. Akwaba. Akwaba. Oh, why you fine? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Akwaba. Hey, Jërry Jøhn Räwlïngs. Oh, if I had known 1% of what I know about Jërry Râwlings, I would have never my son is called JJ. If I knew 0.1% of what I know about Jërry Râwlings today, my son would have never been called JJ. I am going to, thank you so much. I am going to play a series, a countless number of videos, but they are going to be audios because it isn't that it is too sensitive only. It is also because of copyright infringement. Hey, Jërry Jøhn Räwlïngs. Oh yeah, safe film. Oh yeah, you shishi. Hey, Râwlings, what's the bono? Oh my. Hey, Akwaba. Jërry Jøhn Räwlïngs. Who was he to you, Jërry Jøhn Räwlïngs? Let me give this beautiful disclaimer here. I want to give all the credits of this content to Abba Taylor because I got the inspiration from him. So when me as a baby copy. So when I went to his page, I actually wanted to go and see if he had given any threat since I came and gave him the warning. And then I pounced on a brilliant, very brilliant conversation that he had with his Vietnam viewers. And then I thought, perhaps maybe I should emulate this wise one. This was 4 days ago so see, with all due respect, Loud Silence Media, WADR, live tonight on WADR, who was JB Dankwa, 8 p.m. So this is where I took the idea from. I originally don't have any brain to think of content. So I scout. So I didn't even listen to it, quite honestly. I'm sure Kevin Taylor will come with everything that is factual. So what I don't care to know anything about JB Dankwa. I want to know about Râwlings. What do you know about Râwlings? You see, I don't care that you are going to make it look like we so I just say motive the word propaganda. You don't know the meaning of the anything, you just say it. Just because is equal to propaganda. Stupid. It's very stupid. I want your personal contact, please. Watching you from North Carolina, USA. Vida. Please, I'll send it to you. If I mention it, my personal contact. Let me see if I can. I want to see if I could message you. Can I message you? Okay, Vida, we are 055. I might be in violation of something. Why? Although, thank you so much. Money. Kevin I don't care to go and no. But I am happy that I have gotten the inspiration from him. Senior no see who was JB Dankwa. Me mala mini mushia merbori. Inti ma cloning. Now Muslim say who was JJ Râwlings. Hey, JJ Râwlings. You wait to aka ne ho asɛm ma yɛnkɔe. It's going to be let's go. Whew. Who was Jërry Räwlïngs to you? Râwlings now. You put me there, put na basu. Yeah, hey, Razi. Jërry Räwlïngs. Medra.
Doris of evidence, black so. Lincoln, achieve me them in a once. And one was Obi made us a Christian program. So I was saying, yes, he wanted to take that, the stooling to Kumasi and produce him to Marvin without in a once. And yet, you are not very one of the tools. So, what is the indeed where you met? It is an October to be able to do good for you. Let us say what would you say? What would you include them? One of the some of the tools. So, what is it? Anyway, Charles Asante, anote Marvin, without now was yenti adomako ba fi wono nso sem o de to se Râwlings de indeed o ye medra nti dinato wa futu bia wontu de kromfo no fo no monyae e na se wakonyane ekuru no ewu no mo manyane no eto mo nya ready abusu amedam nyina mo ase yenti asebui enkosi awie na adomako ba fi so okeka nse bia emu abu atwere nwoma e confirm se Râwlings wodi ewu medam ase baba so binia obi ntimi nka se Râwlings okumpona ebi asebi ene katulu so ne twotwo mutwo yodi kan ye adabuga anameboa yes of course adabuga the book or tray medan life anytime so omo nkope sakrata no
Adebuga. Adebuga Pacho, what you mean can contact me why I am just melting into you. I am melting into this Adebuga guy. Mrs. Adebuga, me Pacho, ma uni wuku mun frame me why na wuku oye mata. Wuku oye mata. Oye mata. Enya mata do ya asamo. Enya na mata da mata. Martyrs of Uganda. Yeah, that's it.
Because baby, I know any Râwlings. I can't know moja. I will fadama. Didn't know what cattle.
Yeah, babo.
I feel what you are not to. I know yet. Murder and lies. Râwlings, they don't know. Or say, and the death and pain. And also, Mike again. Because check your man. Or also, a children womb. Now Râwlings tells you. What do you say to create who baby? What you say? A face it, Dana. Policeman, you know. You also try who killed these judges. One copper, no one can kind. Me free somebody for with the edited Mukoino. One more yardie. Almost Râwlings as them. Sense so 50 friend who Samai. What you say? Again, American is a minia.
Abatela. Se fifi fune nwasa ibu sama. Se fifi ifun nenwasa ibu sama. Ibu sama. Muhu mo besam ami abirwa otida ani matne fie ma esu kwanu ma ntro obi tide awo kosia abodam papa abodam sawu kosia bi tide awo awumpo tu nyi ne bal like ha kosia Black Lebanese. You are the only Black Lebanese I have come across. Kosia. Nin sanokor. Mema bebre. Irie aya odu na eke free. Kosia papa sanchi krobon. Ame. Merbat na ho. Masancho le da awu. Abam abashambra. Mahe nya ya abodam. Accident. Hey, JB down car. Man, men, no, lecture no more. because I'm sure you have a ton more. I am going to do this endlessly. And I have a host of, I belong to I have the Kweku Bakus in my backing. I have Adebuga. I have Boachi Jan. I have, let's go. Working with Râwlings or Yambaka Wasa. AFRC for 1 minute. AFRC. 1 meeting minutes of June 9th. June 4th, see, we 5 days after meeting now, we're in minutes in Masama Oma. And damn a minute in a da. Mr. Kevin Taylor, or to motivate man and meaning that me a superhuman. And the way I'm a Athabasca. Nimpa mania dama Athabasca a human. Dama tiny, meaning now. Dama nipa mini ye edwuma ya Kevin Taylor mututu dama nipa this trip me ye edwuma me ehwe do na nkasa mpo so ohwe clip no dro ha baka wow me ye edwuma na nkasa mpo okankofo na ambo shock one me ye na me ye edwuma because of where he has shown his affiliation to, and he knows what I mean. It's me. He's good, but me. Minutes now. What take you? What meeting now? AFRC for okay, June 9th, 79 after the coup. Summer. Huh? Also that who is JB Dampa? Hey.
Yeah, what? Army generals, a general Ignatius Kutua Champo. Why in the corner, one person is here. So come run in school, what if the one more? I was some say run is if you know. Now a champion so back. If you now, dear man, Yapa say, well, pencil, so on the year you're any pencil, my Kumubino, or not, been in the chair. What soon or who runs in the Mediano, or kind of Papa Woo, or kind of Papa Woo. General FW Akufu, into your platini, what sorry. 45 minutes and a tribunal. And the phone one, Dominica, is one beside the tribunal. Talk as yet, and no, 45 minutes, and the demand Kuno. General FIFA, one of the best military officers of Ghana, generals. A quarter of us, you could one person you could know. Odiano Atuntaya, Air Vice Marshal Yabuachi. Only to say Yabuachi of you, the name of the toilet. Why the Kuno? Messuamum Peronis, I said, Topic when I'm at Yabano. Yabekam Rafi, Amen Chirimano, we toss and Kenya. Odiano Tuntaya, Admiral Joy Amedome. Why the Kuno, why pencil? Odiano Tuntaya, General Robert Cote, former Chief of Defense Staff. Why the Kuno? Odiano Tuntaya, Ike Utuka, former commander of the border guard. Why the Kuno? Never Commander Roger Feli, former foreign minister. Why the Kuno?
Marie, you told the story of Feli that your mate, I don't know, classmate or schoolmate or whatever, that when the genesis of the issue was that not that Feli did anything, but they wanted to balance the tribes today. And then you sit there, you don't gnash your teeth, you smile, and you justify the murders of Râwlings. Marie, you are not a Bible. Eh, we name is Sumponi. Marie, we name is Sumponi, and I want to me justifying Râwlings. Wabra wona ubeka Feli the story. Saying yeah, they only used him to balance the equation. He was murdered just by being an Ewe, so that mutiny and or coiling rebellion by balancing it with some innocent soul. But you, me say, after the year before Râwlings na power. Na say John Mahama di osa. John Mahama, mom di na tem, ono sa. Ma Kevin Bayen, ono na army clone. I have cloned myself. Nyo Bayen and Nubina May, or say, who was JB Danka? Who was Râwlings?
Senita Muginia, and a command Sosua, and Casama Pie, between between June 1992, so the Nipa and the PNDC Tamana Râwlings down Umukumono, a year greater Cranquano, the Nipania Marco Bianco Michael J, dead and paid. What you say, Omukoka, would be Uncocaine, a year greater cry, they were 27, and young crime for Sierra Râwlings dead ya. Also, sorry, Nipa greater cry. Ashanti region, young, any problem, Ashanti region, on your 44, their lists are here. Over Eastern region, a young woman, any problem, 22, any Payakuamu, our Tama, 7, any pa and the Râwlings time, Omukuamu Bravo, Romia 12, Water region, or no any chrome, or Drusini Bakwan, not in the Swan was Serbia, no a big powerful water region. Sanita India, and the Komukokas have a pan once. Water region, Kwanipomukuamu 28, Western region, India, Western region, Elipa Mukuamu 29, over Central region, Elipa who is 16, under Râwlings time, Northern region, Elipa
Mary. And our Nipa 8 and our Nipa 8 nobody has any record anywhere that Akufo does won't come will be a firing squad. Mary, look to me justify you. And your daughters are watching you. Oh, I pity you. The law of comeback. The law of comeback. Momu friend of karma. The law of comeback. Ebe base boomerang. And Padudwa, just a generous now, you can put a joke. Near ye back a chorus, no, and no coon Crawford, and no cool judges, and would the generous judges no bomb cry a joke. And Crawford cool. You bet, hey, you bet, ma.
we are 10 over upper region, so far, Sandano, any part 12. A question plat, one a paper inside, one also go through. Now be that. I know I'm quite the buga. Some what you get, one quacheno. By time for them, Omuquachuomo. Jenny, yes, is a crana, Yakin Kindly. But I some of Palba, Seminia. And that your mama will say, and that your Râwlings here, you may Send Nana now Kufuado Râwlings go with them. Moto Tuna JJ who Anita, a 10-year bad money Râwlings. Omeka said, Wachi, all copper Râwlings at Jawa. Or good and Massacre as a wapper who fear.
She deserved it. Hey, are you people ready? Sit down. Me bebo audio biya mama. Nitie zing. Audio no. Nitie a video but me born audio. Nitie zing ba muntie. Who was J.J. Râwlings? Muntie.
And accordingly, we are saddled with a funeral. The demise of your brother. That concentration, the focus, and ordinarily me follow. Presence of mind wasn't there. Timothy and the wish. So now Ukraine it is because all candidates that are bending go there. Even if Ben went there, Ben did not corroborate what I had said. But I mean, between these two summaries, is a new.
How is it that What's his name? Kweku Baako. How is it that Kweku Baako and Ben Epson will have the same account? Kweku Baako is no prison. Ben Epson, no a reporter. Think about it. Râwlings is in the Kweku Baako is a so only memory deficit. Or then Uncle Food. But Uncle Fana so on one account. You know that it tallies. So who would be telling a lie? Râwlings. Râwlings. Same we Râwlings, say one paza. Say we Jerry.
Vice different. No. Yes. So Mr. Râwlings got it all wrong. I'll be prepared to forgive him because we need Onyabo Fraba and Nyame P maybe on his mind. And then I see how many years ago?
2003.
Yes. So it is possible there in his recollection, he didn't get everything right. But before I end, Kwame, see the same NRC report, what they did when they were dealing with the Goka Tremenjan aspect, the NRC assessed the tribunal records. In the tribunal not try home.
Yeah.
So the NRC assessed those records and let me refresh a month for memory. In the evidence of Goka, this is I'm quoting from the NRC team, except not the whole thing. Also,
that's Mauli Goka.
Mauli's point in America. We eventually got to a destination. This is a statement he had issued to the security agencies who were investigating them. Statements, and also we eventually got to a destination where we were told to get down from the truck. Chairman and I were separated. I was told to stand after being sent somewhere. Then shots were fired all around me. I was sent into a room where I was instructed to sit on the floor, and they started beating me with what appeared to be a barbed wire, because I could feel it prickling me. The beating went on for about an hour. Then I felt Sheme had been brought into the room because I heard his voice. I was told to remove my shirt so that my handcuffs were opened. I removed my shirt and I sat down. Later, I was told to open my mouth, and something that tasted like meat, raw meat, was put into my mouth. Prior to this, Sheme was shouting that his back was being cut. After that, I was given something to drink, and it tasted and smelled like a urine. I was kicked in the abdomen. My private part was bent in the process. I lost control of myself and urinated. Shreme and I were told to lick the urine, which we did. My private part was taken, and the tip of it was slashed to make it longer. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
We were dragged from the truck and sent into a hole. And then we were told to say our last prayers, and I recited Psalm 23 aloud. We were then fired above our heads. This is him, Mauli. They told us, and I told the commission, the time they were arrested, I was in prison. Do you understand? Yeah. So I said that, look, what I was going to say were things they told us. And also the scars of the torture were things I saw with my eyes. What I couldn't tell them was who were torturing them, except what they told me. And they mentioned Jack Bigley. They mentioned my own close good friend who also died in a very mysterious way, James Kwashi. He was the son of a former trade minister in the Second Republic. He was a journalist too. He implicated. When I came out from jail, I confronted him. He says, look, I was there. But you look at me, I'm an intellectual, I'm a journalist. I couldn't have taken it. But he had become a member of the 64 Infantry Regiment. And he considered he was present, but he didn't take part. But of course, it made him, in a way, accessory. He died mysteriously subsequently. His story will be told one day. Then, of course, they mentioned Tony Beho. who was also a close friend of mine, but he was in security, very close to Râwlings. We all know what happened to Tony Behutu. Subsequently, his house became a target of arson perpetrated by his own friends. Okay, Tony Behutu was implicated, but they made the point that Tony would always come there, observe things without touching anybody. And when I asked Tony, he agreed that yes, the torture took place, and the torture used to take place for former IGP resident near the American embassy. Sister, where what I back to IGP? Yes. Time I used to say IGP official residence. They turned that place into a den for the commandos, the police commandos and the military commandos, the 64 boys. Quite a lot of them I knew. As friends, we grew up together and things minimal. We're only different in terms of the political orientation. Now, this is what Mauli said. I could stop here because it's enough. But then when I take Chairman Jan, I was beaten up with what felt like a barbed wire, something like an iron rod, and the butt of a gun from all angles. Then when this had ceased after 15 minutes or so, or somebody just said, this is the beginning of what is in store for you if you don't admit the following. They had done some list of names for them. That will implicate those people. Now, one can one away, when I recovered, I heard Mauli crying from beatings. Somebody else said I had been very difficult, and almost immediately I felt my back being cut, and I shouted, "Oh God, my back being cut! My back is being cut!" It was put into my mouth with the orders that I should chew my own flesh. I spat it off. I
spat it out.
Yes. After asking me to lick something from the floor, something that tasted like urine, I was sent back into the vehicle together with Mauli. It's on and on and on.
If Râwlings came to wipe out corruption, a soldier for no new na were to travel continue and mamma why it's one who sanchi would travel was a moment. Missy, we will read. At your bury baby Râwlings, no you for now walk on Muja or Fadama. Marie, Echo Fadama, you go Samira Nifi, Ekati, that was the Samira Ombazi. Obizu Crocota. Okay, a berry chasing the elephant, and I'm a book now, no berry. I didn't get no troll. Râwlings, no come Muja or Fadama. Missing one yen. I am so happy I was enlightened so long ago to leave this party because no. You are happy with such a party. Oh, big nam see your papa no frat come cutting. Time be another cutting in truth so few. Why should the Râwlings we were?
Samuel Bama Penny. Also, they started hitting me with things like iron, sticks, and barbed wire on my joints. And this was done for about 30 minutes. I was beaten with an object like a barbed wire and some hot metal plate being used on my body, and something like a knife being used in cutting my chest. My nails were removed from my fingers and toes. My penis was lashed, and I shouted for a while, and I heard something being pushed down my throat. I felt something like a lighter to bend the penis, and I felt the tip being slashed. Then something like a needle being pushed into it. I urinated and eased myself.
Ow!
This is Jërry.
This is
Penny or drink so no cook toilet yen. Râwlings not on your made rappel or a heartless I don't have enough adjectives to describe that beast. Râwlings, or you beast. Or you beast.
There's many more. And these are people we met face to face. I mean, we're in the same cells with them underground. Of Raw Akusi Ward. Oshaford, no, you're underground. One, I mean, Kusi Pratt, Akutuan Pau, Raf Kubi. He was an ACDR member. How they mixed them up with us is another interesting story one day will be told. But he was with us. And together with Charles Taylor, the Liberian president.
From yes, you also met.
Oh, yes. On with the bottom. I'm sorry. They were on. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. But of course, that is I had a companion. Because now we were quite close. They were in Gokamu. He was there with the Gokas, the chairman. They were about 7 or 8. Now, what they here for, no, 11. Very small place. That would have been okay for about 4 or 5. But we were able to share the place all right. Actually, we was separating here to different places. We see Prating went to Navrongo. I go to Empire Sound, myself, Kitekrachi, Raf. I've forgotten where they took Raf. I've lost touch with him. It's Kwame. Basically, Mr. Râwlings, I'm prepared to be charitable and say they be no recollection, no limited and down. But also, soldier for done because we are professionals. Yeah. But it was done by soldiers and police people. Yeah. That we police so-called commandos or police panthers or somebody. On our 64 infantry boys, one away at they were soldiers. Yeah. Really, I'm surprised. Also, a true book. We can't wait for it.
Just like we can't wait for yours.
Yes. And Mr. Râwlings, I watch her for some time now. It's not my focus. And right now, Kwame, he shouldn't be the focus. Yeah, of course, 6 months to elections. And Mr. Râwlings intrudes himself. As for the journalist who interviewed him, is fantastic. Make no mistake. Every journalist, damn good journalist, would look for that opportunity. It was fantastic for the radio station as well as for Kwesi. Of course, we used to experience why interview big people all over the world.
But he's always wanted this interview.
Yes, that's not what I'm questioning. It's fantastic. I would love to have that kind of opportunity. But on your interview, maybe you should have reflected a bit and know there in Sembi Obakano will necessarily provoke reactions. And those reactions, I can tell you, he will not be happy with them. Final one.
Yeah.
The Air Force Station executions, extrajudicial executions, was one of the letters submitted testimony at the NRC. Eventually, Chekai the Riyadh considered that he did those payments.
Yeah.
Who didn't believe that Râwlings could sit by and have Kodoli executed because of how close they were. To be honest with you, even though some of us were in jail, we would get to be behind. Especially execution. Don't forget, when they are executed, the prison officers are involved in the burial processes and all those things.
Yeah.
The truth is that he was genuinely executed. Yeah. It is not true. He found a way for him to run out to Cuba or elsewhere. It's also not true that what the cement in the Yamashisha call aircraft and what the helicopter call sea. That's also not true. But the point really is that Riyadh confirmed that he did those for me. Yeah. He had them, except and also what the mass states. Now, cross-examine me. The same with Riyadh. Because it's not the Akwa Kanti, now after wait. They gave him the opportunity 13 times with different people, squadron leader Tego Munia, Wanko. Riyadh, I think, went for that Dabuga one. He cross-examined, if I recollect correctly. Riyadh cross-examined at Dabuga. Riyadh didn't cross-examine me. He had the opportunity. He was given a date every time to come and confront me. He came out with a bizarre story there. What they plot to assassinate him. So, Sebakaya, down in the Râwlings, assassinate him or NRC. Can you believe that? So he lost the opportunity to subject me to cross-examination. Indeed, I was waiting so anxiously because that did not be a drama. Ma me catch NRC. There are few things I was holding on to because I promised them one were by NRC. So I wanted them to come and tell their own story. Of course, some came, some didn't come. Into Kwame, as some other holiday, Râwlings, when he appeared under subpoena,
Okay.
he didn't go there willingly. Yes, he rejected 13 invitations for him to come and testify, cross-examine people, or even give his testimony. He rejected them.
Why?
I didn't know he was that much of a coward.
He is.
Minim dona or a coward kakramu minim.
Râwlings.
Na mi jine oboko NRC.
Okay, try no baby.
Kwame okwe no. Na we hear two things from him Sabakaya. They wanted a mate tape and the extrajudicial execution video from the Air Force at the Air Force base.
Yeah.
What did he tell the world? He told them
Tete,
Tete who had died and gone. Now, strictly speaking, those materials they should have been in security archives.
Yeah.
National Security Archives, or just something for the head of state of the day, not just something for W. Tete. Inti Obanide na didn't go through Tete ho, and Tete we couldn't find. Well, I thought that was of doubtful validity. The truth is that they couldn't afford to let the NRC assess those two things. They couldn't. Tape in the Kuduyanka as editor of the People's Daily Graphic, or transcribing the historian, where they ended up taking the job away from him.
Yeah.
Okay? So please, Mr. Râwlings, I had taken a very conscious decision that my focus on you will be reflected in the book that it was no longer of any serious relevance and significance to contemporary Ghanaian politics, as far as I'm concerned. Why we move on. We can kind of be a historical recollection. And that's where I put my mind. And it's been so for the last 4 or 5 years. Occasionally, we are discuss, but the focus, Sabakaya, consistent, sustained, persistent focus I had for him, I decided that, look, put these things in a book form and let's move on. But if he is going to have opportunities like this unique one that he got from Asasi FM, and he won't tell the truth, and he won't show remorse, and he will peddle lies about people, some of us, by the grace of God, are still alive. And Kwame Safaka has a platform like this, and I know he will come and he will provoke me to make a submission. And I will gladly oblige him.
Zanato, your father was a liar.
He's on the front page of Kwesi Pratt's newspaper.
Not only a man,
but Mr. said, I want no more real deal.
This is introduction. You all heard a name being mentioned so many times. Riyad Adebuga. Oh, Jesus. Hey, Râwlings.
Or there sometimes, so he verify credentials. So he push people to the front banner or front lines of national communication. I haven't for a moment said that a Ghanaian citizen has no right to speak his mind. But when you seek to speak your mind on behalf of parents and teachers relative to national issues, we have no choice but to verify your credentials. The gentleman
to make sure the atrocities a wuzi Râwlings ozia when umboto NDC near best start drink better the answer stays in Mojan Dawson Mendeti Kobo video min chado na wire ten Kobo biom not say baby akweku ba krokasan net say a wuzi sama Râwlings ozi awo ukoti hwenu mutun na was the second nation na we twamas eyitu waye kese na was the druba hyekote no we pia bibie egu aw Obi so no kwati what kind tontohwe no do. Na wozi ija hunhu asama ogrele there enam obo mu kwar. Sisi ochinsu. Ha! Obi so we twa no kwati na ewie no. Wasane so wo twa na ekyiri nam. Was the hye nankasa na enum de onre. That was who Râwlings was. Stay tuned. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll keep playing until tell. I'll be back tomorrow. Namaste. Like I don't know what to feel. Just go. Let's limit it to 1 hour. Go replay it. Listen. Watch. Have empathy. Then come back tomorrow and tell me who you think Râwlings was. Kevin, thank you so much for the nudge. You are doing amazing.